Today we're going to be talking about the ResMed Air Sense 10. Everything pictured here is what will come in your bag. You've got your CPAP, you've got your water tank, your tubing, and then your plug. Okay, first we're going to go over the tubing. It is a heated wire tubing. You'll see that indicated here with this heating element. To plug it in, you want to line up the heating element to the plug, push in, and that will snap into place. On the water tank, to open it, just pull up on the latch on the right hand side. You'll want to use distilled water, and you will see your fill lines on the front here. The max is the max that you want to fill it to. Close it, and you're going to push it in on the right side of the machine. Make sure it is snugly in place. To remove, just pinch down and pull it out. Now on the left hand side of the machine here, you will see where the filters go. To remove, just pull it out, put a new one in. This is something you're going to want to change every 15 to 30 days or so. On the front here, you can put an SD card in. However, the machine does have a built-in memory. Now for the power cord, it does come in two pieces. It will plug in just like a laptop battery does. Go ahead and plug it into the wall, power strip, surge protector. And then you will want to place it on the back here. Just make sure that it is securely plugged in. Okay, let's go over the controls on the machine. To turn it on, push the button on top here. That will start your pressure. Your pressure is indicated here in the top right hand corner. You'll see that the ramp is set to auto, which means that it's going to start at a lower pressure and it will go up from there. On the right hand side down here, you will see the temperature for the tubing as well as the humidifier. You get up in the morning, turn the machine off. It will come back to the sleep report. Now on your screen here, you'll see your options as well as your sleep report. Whichever one is highlighted in blue, that is the one you're selecting. Push the knob in. And this is under my options. So you will see here, this first one is your ramp time. It can be either set to auto, or you may have a time here, depending on which way you prefer to have it set. Generally, we'll start you at a 45-minute timer, which means for that 45 minutes, the pressure will start at the 4, and then it will ramp up from there. Next one down is for climate control. You have manual or auto. Change it to an auto, it will just self-adjust. Manual, you will have control over the tube temperature as well as the humidifier. Tube temperature defaults to 81 degrees. You can come in here, click that, change that all the way up to 86 degrees. You can even turn it off. (81 degrees is the manufacturer default. Next down, we have the humidity level. This will go, it starts at a 4. You can change it all the way up to an 8. You can even turn it off, but we will start you at 4, just middle of the road. Pressure relief. What this does is it just drops that pressure as you're breathing out against it. Smart start may be on or off for you. If it is on, that just means that the machine is going to start at the optimal pressure. If it is turned off, it will start at the starting pressure. Under mask, we have the options for pillow, full face, or nasal. Changes depending on which mask you are using. Remember, pillows are the ones that sit inside your nose, whereas the nasal just covers the nose, and then of course your full face. Next option down from here is run mask fit. You push this button in with your mask on and attached to the machine. It will run through a 3-minute series of tests, just testing the pressure on the machine to make sure it is sealed properly. Happy face means it's a good seal. If you see this sad face here, that means you need to adjust the mask, tightening it or just adjusting it on your face. Next option down is warm up. This will heat up that humidifier tray. If you push in to select it, it will just warm it up so that as you come to the machine, there will be moisture already going through there. Airplane mode is an option on here for use on an airplane. You could turn that on. And then the about is just information on the machine itself. Now, anytime that you are in a screen like this, you can push this home button here, which will take you back to your sleep report and my options screen. Now, under sleep report, the top here will show you your usage hours. You will also have your events per hour. Mask seal will either give you a happy or a sad face. If you get the sad face here, you will of course want to adjust your mask, or it may be an indicator that it's time to change that cushion. Humidifier will also give you either a happy or sad face, depending on if it is sealed and functioning properly. My Air, this is actually their sleep tracking software that if you would like to use it, you can put the app on your phone. This will give you all of this information under your sleep report in one spot in that app. The next option here may or may not be turned on your machine. This is just the reporting length. You can change it from the 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 3 month, or 6 month. And this will refer to all of the information that comes below this option on the machine. So you will have your days used. You will have your days that you've used the machine for plus hours. You will have your average usage, how many used hours total, and then the pressure. So for this pressure, this comes into play if you have a prescription that is written for a pressure range. What this tells us is for 90% of the time that you're on the machine breathing on it, what that pressure has to be to keep your airway open. Next one down is your leak. So this has to do with the mask. As long as we're seeing 24 liters per minute or less, then the mask seal is great. If it goes up from there, you will either want to change that cushion, or it may be time for a whole new headgear. Your apnea and hypopnea index is next, and this will register in events per hour. This is ideally the one that we want to see at 5 or below. Next one from there is your total apnea index. Below that is central apnea index. You may or may not have had any of those on your sleep study. And then from there, pushing the home button will take us back to the My Options and the sleep report. The indicator in the top right, after you've turned the machine off, that shows you the little snowflake, is actually an indicator that the machine is blowing air through the tubing just to dry the tubing out. This will turn off automatically after about an hour or so